Okay, game two. Quick break between the games. Never again, one game away from the semifinals. JT, that's a drive to left and it's gonna land. Leo set and fields it. JT going two. Not fielded cleanly. Good throw, but not fielded cleanly. Leadoff double for JT. Now Joe G batting. Joe G, moonshot. Abe J camped right under it. Here's the throw in. JT takes third, and there's one out man on third for Hank Dweck. Hank, that's a moonshot to left. Leo is there, makes the catch. And JT jogs home. A good throw would have had a chance. Yeah. Yes, I do. Marty, I heard you're getting the ball today. Peach, can you confirm Marty gets the ball today on the bump?
I don't know. I'm thinking about Casson.
Thinking about Casson.
Game time decision.
Playing a tough team in Netsock. They have a good pitcher. Kurtz is his name.
They have a good lineup, good pitching.
Uri makes the play. So one run in for the Rays.
They've got everything.
They have everything. They're a good team.
We got our work cut out.
Also, what I noticed last year, they showed up with 3 coaches and they were professional. Like the only other team like us that shows up with a staff.
Well, logically, they're in JV and they're in the Boston.
Yeah,
championship.
they know what they're doing.
Hey, listen, if you want to win a championship, you got to beat the
Got to play a good team.
Hey, boys, if they want to win the championship, they got to beat them.
And they got to come here and beat a good team. So I'm feeling very good, though. Feeling very good about both games. Not even willing to negotiate 50%. I'm looking for 2 wins today. Not willing to negotiate on either.
We need 2 more trophies.
That's it. That's it. You need another trophy case, hopefully.
I got room for those.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Here he is, Shimmy. Wow, look at this. What a beautiful family that is.
Pressure's on.
Okay, T.I. just kissed his batting glove. Tim, who do we have here?
The lessons are coming in handy.
4 girls and my little boy.
Wow, hold on, I need names in a second. T.I. ground ball. Max just shifted to that side of the base and T.I. hit it where he vacated. Okay, what's your names, girls? What's your names?
We got a bunch of shy girls.
Hold on. Batsheva,
The oldest, Joycey,
Joycey,
Rivka, and Dina.
Rivka, Dina, and
And Moshe.
oh, Moshe Rabbeinu. He's the prince.
Ready to run out.
Batsheva, how old are you? 12 years old. My daughter's 12 also. Not here though. She's not as supportive as you are.
I told my wife, I gave her the morning fun.
Good.
Sunday morning.
Right. They look very well behaved though. It doesn't look like your wife has a real gripe with you.
4 girls can get laughs. They can get laughs.
Shim, you went to the Golani clubhouse instead of hanging out with these girls over here?
Yeah.
You gotta get your head examined. You went to see Fonz and...
Fonz was the most behaved from all the life.
Fonz is really a model citizen. He really was. Abe J batting, man on first. Abe J swings, rips one to the left center gap. T.I. very slow around the base, but gets to third. I thought Joe G had a chance for him at third, but if he throws it to third, you give Abe J second, so I like that he didn't throw it. The Adler now up. First pitch! That's deep. That should tie the game. Abe J also tagging. No, he goes back, and it's a tie ball game on sack flies. 1-all. T.I., are you limping? Are you okay here? What's going on?
It's a sucks.
Same as always, in other words. Okay, 1-all. Big leadoff hit from T.I., and we have a 1-all game. Very short-lived lead.
Spreadsheet on everybody's injury.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is, you have to push tab, whatever, to extend the page. Nate Kush! Oh, wow. That one is... Joe G cuts it off. That's a great play. Out at third! What a play! It was a great play to cut it off, and then an amazing throw. And Troy says he got the tag on.
He looked safe today.
I thought from here he was safe, but Troy's right there.
Replay, let me see.
And you're not going to see from here because you can't see the tag. But Jacob and Zach have a great angle of that one. Okay, man, on second, 2 outs now for Carlos. Big spot here. Out.
Good send up. Good send.
2 on, 2 outs. Nabi, fly ball. And Joe G, great play in center for that second out at third. Out. Out. You saw the tag. We all agree the foot is in front of the back. The question is the foot on the bag. Right. Right. But we all agree the foot is in front when you slide. Yes. Okay.
Here in the booth, Norman, and looked like the correct call by Troy.
Wow.
A phenomenal throw by Joe G off his back foot, ranging in the gap. Ball beat him there. Tag was applied to his back, it looked like. And it looked like a great call by Troy. Not much arguing by Never Again. And a big run to tie the game.
Big run to tie the game. Tremendous cutoff by Joe G also. Cut it off in the gap and then came up firing. We couldn't see from where we were, but you're saying the tag was applied.
Tag was applied, clear as day, out. A great, phenomenal play by Joe Greenberg out in center field. We have a game all knotted up here going into the second inning.
How's the broadcast on the alternate broadcast?
Broadcast is great.
Flowing nicely.
Yeah, we hope the home plate cam is working today. It's our first day out here.
But now it's not working.
Oh, now it is not working.
Now it is not working.
So we have shifted to radio only here.
Oh, shoot, really? This one is not working either?
Well, you know, Yogi did not properly anticipate the amount of energy needed to bring on this broadcast, so we are now down to audio only.
Okay, so it's a radio broadcast. You have to adjust your play-by-play for that.
Yes.
You can't say, oh, look at Joe G. You have to say what's happening now.
Correct. Yogi will receive his 40 lashes after the game.
Yes.
This is unacceptable on his first day at the job, but he has been promoted to the commissioner's office as an assistant. That will come under scrutiny here after his first day on the job. Could be a one and done.
Yes, and I don't see Yogi's extra large buttocks anywhere on the field here right now.
Yogi, you can spot that thing from a mile away.
And I'm not spotting it, so he's not even here.
Not seeing it. Yogi not here. Possibly in the audio-video truck out in the parking lot.
Yogi giving no breaks on Father's Day today. So.
No. Joey, base hit. Abe J cuts it off. The throw in is there. Single for Joey Cohen. Troy being applauded over here for a proper call is what they're saying. My brother agrees with you despite the disagreements on that end of the field from the umpires, 60 to 90 feet away. Nate B pitching to Al Z. Al Z, fly ball. Setting is there, lines it up. The throw in, off the mark. Up the middle, base hit. Joey held up though. And Raw has to hold them, and it's a good hold. And Citron takes second on the throw, second and third. Had to hold him. Joe C batting. Ground ball, base hit. 1 run will score to make it 2-1. Allen gets it in, cut off. Safe, played the plate. Safe, 3-1 Rays. And Joe Cheer is at third. Never again throwing the ball around.
Chad, do we want me to atomic triple?
I think base hit over Carlos would be perfect right now.
Right field, haven't gone right
At the very least, you got to fly out, get the run in. There's only 1 out, I think.
Start fly, 1 out.
Raw, ground ball to third. Throw comes home, and Chira goes back to third. Man, smokes one up the middle. That'll score another run for the Rays, and it's 4-1. Nobody covering second. Abe J wanted to get the force at second, and he had it, but never again. A little sleepy over there, not covering second. Raw was jogging, and Abe J had the force. 4-1 Rays, more importantly. Elliot Mann, the big hit. JT, deep. He's there. Maybe a double tag with the runner. Plate the plate. Out at the plate.
Relax. Let's go. Great play.
I love this sandwich, Joe Gia. Take the battle. Let's go.
Score still 4-1. Like Abe J said, the bat came out of Joe G's hand with that send. Anyway, pop up by Leo Setton and a bloop base hit by Eddie Michon, a fly out by Alan Jamal, and a walk to Sammy Esses. That puts 2 men on with 2 outs in a 4-1 game. T.I. up in a big spot. You see him taking his time entering the box, and he's going to claim that he was not ready for this pitch.
I was not ready. Come on. You said to me. You said I got you. Listen, I didn't pitch. You said I got you.
Not sure what T.I.'s argument is there. The only time Carlos said I got you was before the first pitch. That was like the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Anyway, Joe G grounds out. Hank DeWeck, a beautiful line drive. That's going to be a single. Max Sutton, a ground ball to Uri. He does his backhand and then whips it over to second for the force out. And then Joey Cohen lines out. Sammy in the right spot at the right time. Like he said, better to be lucky than good right there. Leadoff base hit for Abe J. He's on first. Uri rips one past third. Abe J looking for third, hesitates, play at third, save. Oh my goodness, he more than hesitated, he stopped. Los, what's up with that?
Still sleeping from the All-Star game.
I guess so. He's been sleeping all day. Is he? How'd he get on? He walked or you got to...
Rounder up the middle.
What's our story here? You're down 4-1.
Down 4-1, no outs.
No outs. Third, bottom
Bottom
3.
three.
Okay. Nate Kush, the tying run at the plate. Double sevens. Double sevens. Do you split sevens? Eddie Harari. Nate Kush. That's deep. Joe G is there. 1 run will score for sure. And it is 4-2. Carlos batting. Close! Rips a base hit. Uri is going to try to score. Joe G holds on to it. It is 4-3. Whole new ball game. Whiteboard.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
4-3 now. Nabi batting. Nabi. That is to Joe G. 2 outs. Joe G is really everywhere.
Leo, let's go, Leo.
What a player. Leo Setton now batting. Ball gets away. Carlos steals second. The tying run is suddenly at second. I don't know how that ball got away.
Carlos, way to think, baby. That away, Carlos.
Thought the play was already over, but I guess not. And now Leo Setton batting. What happened? Who? Joe G in center threw it like that into the infield? I hope I was still recording. I don't even know. Wow. Okay, Leo Setton the batter. And they walked him on 4 pitches. Ed Michon coming up to the plate. Eddie Michon, ground ball to Joey, makes the play, and that's the inning. It is 4-3. We go to the 4th inning, top of the 4th, 4-3 game. We got a good one here. Al Z reaches for one. Good piece of hitting. He waited for it. He kept his weight back. Citron now batting. Leadoff man on for the Rays. And he walks Citron. 2 men on. Chira! Oh, nice play by Los. Gets the... Nobody out. Everyone safe. Bases are loaded. Los made the diving stop. Had time to make the throw, but didn't. And now it's bases loaded. Joe, you know how many outs? 0 out? Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the 4th. Big chance for the Rays here. Raw with the bases loaded. Going home for the force, out at home. 1 out. Elliott Mann ground ball. There's one, bare hand. Safe at first, a run scores, 5-3. T.I. did all he could there on the bare hand. Rays get a humongous run, 5-3. Men on the corners, 2 outs now. JT, ground ball, Sammy fires across, that's the innings. Only 1 run scores when they had bases loaded, nobody out. They got 1, they lead 5-3. Well played game. Abe J, ground ball, Joey fires across. He's very good. Yeah, not sure who Mo voted for Gold Glove shortstop this year.
Give me the names.
Sure, it was Uri Adler. No, he wasn't nominated actually. It was Jack Abadie.
Zach wasn't on it.
Zach was not. It was Jack
Abadie.
Joey Cohen, Ali Marshall, Gabe Abadie. Those are your 4 names.
Cohen.
You voted Joey. As did I, by the way.
Not that I don't love the other guys.
We love them all. And, oh my God. Oh. Gets away. Dead ball, he gets second. Good call. Good call. Standing behind first, but on his phone.
My
On his
brother-in-law,
phone.
You killed my brother-in-law. You better, guess what? He's suing more than the guy that's windshield guy.
Again, with the windshield guy, call save on.
Let them pay for the windshield first.
Guys, not Landlord. I'm Norwood Avenue now.
All right, man on second, 1 out. Mo, that would have been a tremendous play, but woulda, shoulda, coulda.
So now they got past Uri Adler, who's their best hitter. Kush.
No pitch.
He loves us. He loves us.
Wait, was it no pitch or was it pitch? I guess it was a pitch.
Last time and eating grand.
Wow.
So you
Mo
got-
Haber all over everything. Carlos, base hit up the middle. Uri will round third. Play goes to third. He's going to be out.
No, it's 1 out. It's 1 out.
And it is 5-4. Second out at third base. And T.I. not happy with Nate Kush. Nice shot by Carlos. Tying run is now at first.
Maybe ABJ should have run.
By the way, that's Joji's second gun out at third in this game. In this game. Nabi, fly ball. Chira is there, and that's the inning. 5-4. Tree to the fence. Ground ball. Nabi. Oh, takes some time. Through fence. 5-4.
Guys, it's a 1-run game. Let's play defense here.
6.
Bottom 6, 5-4 game. A game 3 in the future, possibly.
This guy gets a hit. It's huge.
And it's a fly ball. That's not going to do it. We know that. Joe G, a can of corn. 1 out. Good amount of time at the field by Dash today. Dash here for at least 3 hours today. Michon, first pitch swinging, and that's a pop-up. I think it's 2 or 3 pitches this inning, maybe 2. Possibly 2, and Alan Jamal batting. Mo Haber, I noticed Circle of Trust not really here.
They're here.
Oh, they are?
Way on the corner there, scouting.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Alan, no one hopper. Joey makes the play, gets the speedy Jamal, and that's the inning. A 5 or 6 pitch inning for Eddie Harari. 5-4. All right, I gotta go talk to Circle of Trust during this half inning, Mo. I'll be back. What do we got here, Mo?
You have 2 outs, man on first and
second.
second. And they're up by 1.
Up by 1, so still 5-4. Hank, ground ball. That's, oh, yes, that's it. He does. Now what?
Now you have 10-1-2 for Never Again.
In
If
the-
you get Uri Adler up, that's a problem. That's a problem.
We're going bottom
Number 3.
7. You want to go to the park? Go. On the grass only. Mo, we're going to the bottom of the 7 here.
7.
Mo, you know what I noticed about you?
Yeah.
You like this spot because I video from you from 6 years ago, 2019.
YMSL softball.
Right here.
It's better than watching a Met game.
On the same pole. It's crazy.
It's my spot.
Okay, 5-4 game, bottom 7.
This is it. Like the battery. You gotta get
Yeah, you need it. Marty, bottom 7, 5-4 game, 10-1-2. Real nail biter. Real nail biter.
1 run to tie, 2 runs to take the lead.
That's it. The key is this 10 battery. So huge.
So Sammy Esses in the Center Basketball League
Okay.
hit a game-winning shot to win the championship. And he had 2 stars on his
Down 1 or tie game? No! It's
He
huge.
won the championship. If he gets a hit here, it's his year.
And this is bottom of the inning, we're sure. I gotta lock in already. I gotta lock in. All right, I'm gonna go over there. I'll look at the Hillel boys. All right, bottom 7. Hillel getting ready for a World Series game. Okay. Sammy, that's a fly ball. Chira is there, and that's 1 big out. And now the top of the order, T.I., the biggest at bat of the game. Walked him on 4 pitches in front of Abe J and Uri Adler. Only 1 out, 5-4 game in the bottom of the 7th. Abe J swings, ground ball. Citron gets the out at second, no throw to first, 2 outs, and Uri Adler batting. MVP candidate. He's the man never again wants up here. 4 outfielders. Alzi on the line. Max Sutton playing second base alone. Joey Cohen at short. 4 outfielders for Uri. 1-1. Tying run at first. I guess they use their runner. Abe J, the runner at first. Pitch to Uri. Inside. 2-1 count to Uri Adler. Pitch from Eddie. Adler swings. Citron makes the play, and that's the game. The Rays win 5-4.
Let's go, baby. We get another Friday with Commish. You get another Friday with Raw Dog. We're here to get raw. YMSL playoffs. Let's go, Rays. Oh!
Now, the Rays ended up winning this game, so I assume they dropped their protest, even though they did not formally let us know that they dropped their protest. They were protesting a very, very technical play over here. Man on second, first base is open, Nate Kush batting with a full count. Eddie Harari on the bump, he leads 5-3. Here's the pitch, and you see Nate Kush step out. He asked for time. Eddie Harari thought time was granted, I believe, as did I. But it wasn't, and so the result of the pitch was a ball, and Nate Kush gets first base. Wow, so Mo Haber all over everything. So he asked for time. I thought I heard no pitch. So you see Max Sutton walking in towards the umpire. He's basically going to confirm that Nate Kush stepped out of the box. And Max thought the rule was that if you step out of the box, it's an automatic strike. Now, I've spoken to a bunch of pitchers in our league, and almost every one of them has experienced a batter not being granted time and the pitch counting whether or not it was a ball or a strike, for the benefit of the batter or for the benefit of the pitcher, whether or not the guy steps out or not. This is not something rare. This is not something that they have not seen happen. What we don't know is why Max chose this particular moment to come up with this rule. Upon further argument and discussion, and after a 5-minute delay of the game, the umpire looked up the rule and Max was incorrect. It is not a softball rule. Now, it should be noted that Max did not get this from thin air. This may be a rule in Major League Baseball, but at no levels of softball anywhere is this a rule. It's certainly not an ASA/USA rule, because that's what we looked up. And the umpires all told him on the spot this is not a rule, but Max wanted to proceed with the rare move of protesting the game. Now, protesting a game is so serious because basically what you're saying is that if Never Again comes back and wins this game, it is possible that this game is going to be not counted, picked up from this point, and continued again. So protesting the game is a very, very slippery slope and one of the most rarest things in baseball. In fact, in the 150 years of Major League Baseball, only 15 games total have had a successful protest. And if you read up on why the rulings were reversed and the protest upheld, you'd see nothing remotely as close to as technical as this. In fact, protests are not even allowed in Major League Baseball anymore. Since 2019, only the league office can come down and declare that a ruling was so egregious and affected the game in such a significant factor that the game should be picked up and continued from that point on. Teams are no longer allowed to protest the game, which is why if you've been to a game in the last 4 years, you've never witnessed the manager protesting the game anymore like in the old days. Now, some of the reasons games have been successfully overturned via protest, if you read the history, include a ball going into the dugout and another ball coming out of the dugout to be used to complete a rundown, or a team purposely stalling and delaying in order to reach the curfew where the game would have to be called. Because they intentionally stalled, Major League Baseball ruled that the game would have to resume at a later date. The most famous protest that we all know about, obviously, is when George Brett hit a go-ahead home run in the top of the ninth against the Yankees, and it gave the Royals a 5-4 lead. And then because he had too much pine tar on his bat, he was called out. There was an old rule on the books, and the rule was an actual rule. You cannot have too much pine tar above a certain point on your bat. The umpires, umpire Tim McClellan, measured the bat, and the pine tar was above it. And he was called out, and obviously the famous scene of him running out of the dugout and going crazy. Anyway, the league, even though this was a rule on the books, overturned this ruling, saying that that is not the spirit of the rule. The reason you can't have pine tar on the bat is because of the cost of pine tar. When they put this rule in the early 1900s, they said if you put too much pine tar on the bat and the ball hits it, you're going to have to replace the ball, and that's going to be too high of a cost for the ball clubs. It had nothing to do with George Brett hitting the home run. And so the rule was ignored, even though it was on the Major League Baseball rulebook, and it remained on the rulebook until 2010, 30 years after the incident.
For using an illegal bat, but never so an important hit by a home run and then been called out to put the Royals ahead.
The commissioner at the time ordered that the game be resumed with 2 outs in the top of the ninth and the Royals leading by 1. When the game finally resumed, 25 days later, the Yankees appealed first base, saying that Brett didn't touch first when he rounded the bags. Then they appealed second, prompting Billy Martin to come out, and there was a court order signed affidavit in the pocket of the umpire explaining to Billy Martin that Brett touched all the bases and the home run was a valid home run trot. Now, at the time that Brett homered, he didn't know that the home run was going to be contested, so I'm not sure why the Yankees thought that this would be an issue. I'm not sure why they would think he would miss a base on a home run trot, but whatever it is, ends up the Royals won the game 5-4. Now, when Max Sutton came over to me on the first base side to argue about this particular rule, about Nate Kush stepping out of the box, he told me, with many people around, that this happened to him in the past. And he mentioned Eddie Rischte and Eddie Michon as players in the game in 2010 or so where this happened, where a call was made and he was asked to go back and complete the game. My interpretation of what Max said at the time was that it was based on this same rule. He came over and told me, this happened to me 14 years ago, maybe even more. This happened to me. And upon speaking with Max on Monday, he didn't mean that this particular type of protest happened to him. He just means that a game could be protested. Now, Max was talking about a game that was resumed because of a misinterpretation of a different rule called the look-back rule, which is basically the pitcher being able to call timeout when he's on the mound. And I guess the umpire at the time did not grant the pitcher time, and runners advanced, and the commissioner at the time, Bobby Marabia, ruled that if this game is significant for playoff seeding or standings or getting in, it would be resumed after the last game of the season. And Max claims that the game was resumed, unsure if the result changed or not, if the team that was leading ended up winning or not. But Max's point was simply that a game can be protested. I think anyone that's ever watched baseball understands that, of course, a game can be protested. But what Max was saying when he ran off was that this happened to me, and the way me and the people near me interpreted that was that this rule was something that he knew, and it happened to him, and it's a rule on the books. Now, someone with Max's reputation and knowledge of the rules, as a player, captain many times, as a commissioner, we all trust Max to know the rules, but as we'll see, he was actually wrong about the rule itself.
The pitcher delivers the pitch. Play has not been delayed, and there is no penalty.
Wow! Is that ASA?
Your pipe and smoke.
ASA rule? Anyway, come on. Play the game.
I like that now, boys. I like that now.
It's stupidity. You're not even right about the rule.
No, but if you was right, then you would be shutting your mouth.
Then it's still stupidity.
Why?
But when you're wrong, it's really Now, what I told Max on the field and what I said over and over and what I firmly believe is that if you're going to make a big deal and stop the game and protest the game based on a rule, you have to have the rule correct. Not almost correct, but fully correct. If you're going to make a big deal, it's like saying somebody left early. If you're going to make a big deal that somebody left early, you better make sure they really left early. Because when we look at the video and they didn't leave early, it looks foolish. Same thing with this. If you're going to make a big deal about a rule, and we're all going to trust you that you know the rule, and we're going to let it have some credence, and we're going to stop a full game and put a cloud over the game. Because if Never Again comes back and wins that game, they're waiting for a ruling to see if they have to go back and play the game again. To see if they have to go back to 5-3, and Nate Kush is now called out instead of having been walked. Now, the way the protests work is not only does it need to be an egregious error by the umpires, it has to be something that adversely affected the game in a very significant way. Happens to be first base was open, so Nate Kush walked. Next guy got a base hit, and Nate Kush is erased on third base. Of course, everything could have been different. The wind could have been blowing differently if we didn't waste 5 minutes. And anything could happen. Maybe the guy doesn't get a hit. Maybe the positioning is different if it's man on second and not man on first and second. But the bottom line is the overwhelming majority of protests are denied quickly because logic and common sense has to prevail. So many people came up to me on the sideline in real time saying that it doesn't matter if Never Again wins, you have to replay this game anyway. And that's simply not true. That's just not knowing the history of protesting the result of a sporting game. It's not the way it works. Even if Max was correct, which he was wrong, you need to show that that ruling had a significant, very significant effect on the game, and it didn't. Anyway, Rays won. Nobody's talking about Eddie Harari's last turn through the lineup where he walked one, gave up one hit, and that was it over the last 3 innings. Almost perfect softball by him down the stretch to hold on to a 1-run lead for his team. I just hate to think of the accusations we'd get from people if Max was actually correct about the rule, because that's not the spirit of the rule, and that did not adversely affect the game. Let's say Uri Adler hit this ball over the fence and never again won 6-5. And let's say Max Sutton was right about the rule. The committee would be put in a position to look at this protest and decide if that play changed the outcome of the game and was such an egregious foul by the umpire that it would require replaying the game. And then volunteer committee people would get the accusations from a certain sect of people in this league saying that because it's one team over the other, they ruled in one way or the other way. And to me, that's just unfair. Now, I go further back with Max than almost anybody. For 35 years, we are very good friends and speak on almost a daily baseball about softball life and anything else. This has nothing to do with my good friend Max. This has to do with, if he was right, the committee would be put in such a position over such a tacky thing like this. And if you look at the precedents of sports and protests being overturned, this would definitely be as part of the 99.99994% of games whose results are determined on the field, and not part of the 0.0000644% of games whose protests are heard and then continued. By the way, in most of those games, the team that was winning ended up winning anyway. I just wonder, and I fear to wonder, what would be said about the committee if Uri Adler hit a walk-off home run over here and the committee said never again advances and the Rays are eliminated. What would be said about the committee members? How much more Lashon Hara and even worse, Motzi Shem Ra would be said about the committee members if they ruled properly in this case? How many times would we hear that they're biased and they're cheating and it's because who's on Never Again and it's because someone's related to Nate Kush? I don't know what would be said, and it's just a shame that we've reached this point. In terms of, am I always against a protest? Of course not. When there's a time and a significant breakage of the rules that changes the whole complex of the game, of course a team is allowed to and should protest, but it's got to be warranted. It can't be Nate Kush stepping out of a box.
All right, Moses!
Look at Norman!
All right, Moses!
You run. Max, okay, protest. Protest, okay.
Irving! Protest again.
You're not on this team.
Here we go! Don't answer back!
Here we go, Bubby!
All right, brother. Every single one's illegal.
Let's go, Bubby!
Back in 2014, 10 years ago, I myself protested a game because the other team picked up Moses Eastman, who was not in the league. They just were missing their pitcher and decided Moses to pitch for them. Obviously, that's a protest that we would have won if we didn't score 10 in the first against Moses on Logan that very day.
Wow, it's a machine! Wow. He's got it. Oh, he had it.
Way to come back! Way to come back!
Good play, Bob!
Now, in Game 2, it was very clear that the Rays outscored Never Again. They out-hit Never Again. They ran the bases much better than Never Again. They threw the ball around much less than Never Again. Every facet of the game that you look at, the Rays deserved to win Game 2, and they did. Just like Never Again deserved to win Game 1, and they did. So let's just hope that for Game 3, like Raw Dog says, we have a Friday Game 3. Let's just hope the outcome is determined with hits and pitches and runs and on the field stuff. Let's determine who's going to get to the semis with a clean game decided on the base paths. Whoever wins gets to play
and that's
Circle of
the
Trust in the
game.
semis.
The Rays win 5-4. Let's go, baby. We get another Friday with Commish. You get another Friday with Raw Dog. We're here to get raw. YMSL playoffs. Let's go, Rays.